Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And the New York Knicks have now won 7 games in a row. Now, it took an extra 5 minutes to defeat the lowly Washington Wizards, but in the end, they won 136 to 132. The victory improved their record to 22-10. It's the third best record in the Eastern Conference and tied with the Memphis Grizzlies for the fourth best in the NBA. The Knicks have one of the league's most productive starting lineups. Now, their bench is a different story for a different day. But after Jalen Brunson took over late in Saturday's game, he became the fourth member of the Knicks to score at least 40 points in the game this season. As a matter of fact, the Knicks became the first team in NBA history that four players dropped 40 points in a game during a season prior to New Year's Day. So we see last night the Knicks their 4 point victory in overtime. New York certainly was against the rope Saturday against a bad Washington team. It's almost as if Jalen Brunson took it upon himself to ensure the Knicks didn't give the Wizards just their sixth win of the year. His floater with 11.1 seconds left in regulation forced overtime. That was 2 of 14 points the 28-year-old scored in the fourth stanza. He added 9 of New York's 17 points in the extra frame. Altogether, he finished with a whopping 55 points, ties him for the sixth most points ever scored by a Knicks player in a single game. Brunson's also second on that list, scoring 61 in a game for the team on March 29, 2024. On Saturday, 6'2" guard shot 18 of 31 from the field, 3 of 11 from beyond the arc, and 16 of 17 from the foul line. What made Brunson's 55-point outing even more impressive is that he went the whole second quarter without scoring. Previous to that, and not too far previous, was Christmas Day, where the Knicks defeated the San Antonio Spurs 117 to 114. So that was just 3 days prior to Brunson's performance. It was Mikal Bridges who put on a show in front of the Christmas Day audience. While a lot of talk centered around Victor Wembanyama's all-around effort, it was Bridges and the Knicks that sent their fans home happy on Christmas Day. After a rough start to the season, 28-year-old put an exclamation point on what has been a wonderful December for him. On Christmas Day, he finished the afternoon outing, as you see, with 41 points, yet big time shot after big time shot in a game they were down by 8 at one point in the fourth quarter. Bridges would finish shooting 17 of 25 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3 point range, and making his one free throw attempt. So we go back in a game against the Denver Nuggets. Sorry, didn't mean to click that. Let's go back. Denver Nuggets, they defeated them 145 to 118. This was back on November 25th. Blowout victory. Now, OG Anunoby, mostly known for his tenacious defense. Doesn't mean he can't bring on the offensive end, though. He just isn't asked to each and every night. On this November 25th game, the 27-year-old had his best offensive outing of the season in the win, and Anunoby finished with 40 points, new career high in the blowout win. The 6'7" forward went 16 of 23 from the field, 5 of 7 on 3 point tries, and 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. He scored 18 of New York's 37 points in the third quarter. Now we also have Karl-Anthony Towns, who has fit seamlessly with the Knicks despite being acquired by the team so late into the offseason, leads the league in rebounding. Tied for his career best field goal percentage, has his best career 3 point percentage. Not only is he a 7-foot center, first player to score at least 40 in a game for the Knicks this season, he's the only one to do it multiple times. 29-year-old had a 44-point outing in a 116-107 victory over the Miami Heat on October 30th. Shortly after that, on November 13th, Towns followed that up with a 46-point outing against the Chicago Bulls. We see they lost by 1 point. Final of 124 to 123. That was the only game out of the five where the Knicks failed to win in a game where a player scored at least 40. In the two contests, Towns combined to connect on 10 of his 17 3-point attempts. As I mentioned, they're the first team in NBA history to have 4 different players with 40 or more points in one game before January 1st via Peter Bott on sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, on X. This was actually a graphic that was presented by MSG, who I broadcast the Knicks games locally. I live in New Jersey, so that's where I was watching it. But yes, just shows you how the Knicks on any given game could have a guy go off. Of course, Towns and Brunson are the two main pieces, but Anunoby and Bridges also can provide good amount of offense on any night. And Josh Hart, maybe not a guy who's going to score 40, but of course is a triple double threat. One of the best rebounders for his size. But yes, the Knicks, yes, they did struggle last night to beat a bad team, but they won nonetheless. That's 7 wins in a row, 22-10 on the season. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.